All right. What's up, everyone? Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a good weekend, or hope you guys had a good rest of your weekend. No. The weekend is wrapping up here. Hope you guys had a good one. We have some stuff to talk about. Let me put on some music, and then we can go ahead and jump right into things. Where's my playlist? There it is. Let's do this one. All right. Let me pull up chat, switch screens, and we can get started here. Chat. Pull this up here. All right. What am I missing? Oh yeah. There we go. What's up, guys? Long time no see. If you guys were in... Oh, hit the wrong button. If you guys were in Kite's stream last night, shout out to you for showing up. Thank you so much for showing up and hanging out with us for a little bit. We kind of just did it on the whim. It was a good time. We talked, played some games. I know he's mad about the tic-tac-toe thing. Sometimes you gotta think a little bit ahead. I'm just kidding. So yeah. First of all, before we get started, all right, I gotta give a shout out to my Discord crew. If you guys don't know, all right, over the weekend, unfortunately, I probably should have went live yesterday talking about this a little bit more. I just had some stuff to do and didn't get around to it. But if you guys have been around the last couple days, you guys know that ADA pretty much fell off a cliff. Same thing with Matic. And what was the other one? Matic and Algo. Algo was another one that fell off a cliff. KDA's not doing so hot either. But a lot of altcoins recently, mainly those three, have basically, took on a 20-30% drop in matter of, I don't know how long that was. Maybe like an hour or two. It was pretty, probably within, yeah, I would say probably like 2 hours. So definitely was awesome. All right, shout out to you guys who took those trades, who've been holding those trades. One of the biggest things I try to go ahead and talk about is being patient. For ADA in particular, all right, I've been talking about this for months, guys. Ever since this setup formed, I said when we were looking at the larger perspective, at the larger time frame, right, that we did have an A to a B scenario. All right, regardless of how I felt of what the macro looked like, one of the possibilities that I talked about during this build and structure was that we had a larger ABC at play, and that if this ABC short played out, I'd most likely be targeting the lower low as a worst case scenario, and it did happen. I'm not usually right. Well, I would say I'm right a good amount of times, but when I am right, we pretty much hit the nail on the head. So I know there's a couple people I want to give a shout out to because they've been absolutely killing it. Let's go to my general chat quick. Where's my general chat? Here. So Harold, amazing short on Matic. Where else? Grant Calvin, if you're still here, I know I shouted him out last night, but amazing. 2 different trades on 2 different accounts, killed it. Reckless Throne, ADA, amazing. Like I was up 700% myself. So that was a great set of trades, and here's a screenshot from what was going on. It was absolutely phenomenal. So shout out to my Discord guys. If you guys are interested in learning more about ABCs and how I do things, it's not required, but it would absolutely help support me in the channel, as well as hopefully help you guys figure out ABCs a little bit better. Check out the Discord link in the description below, where you guys can get access to the group, to where we can discuss setups. You get access to tutorial videos, learning how to navigate ABCs from the beginning, even teaching how to build support and resistance, and kind of build from there. And I go over all aspects of the ABC method. So if you guys are interested, feel free to sign up. It's not required, but it does help me, and hopefully it will help you. So Let's see. I'm sorry, I didn't say hello to everyone. Prathish, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Clap show. Sup. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Tej, smiley face. Good to see you. Alif, happy Sunday. You Mit. Yo, how you doing? Armand, hey Johnny. Hello, Armand, how you doing? Joe, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you as well. Are those closed trades? I'm not sure if they close those trades. I haven't asked them. Me personally, I am actually hedging. So I took a long position, unfortunately, on the copy trading, the person who was trading and not me. Didn't get the best entry, and so I believe they got stopped out. But I think my entry's around here somewhere. I didn't get the actual like perfect entry on that, but I am hedging. And so in case this is a potential bottom, you know, I mean, even if we ride this to the most, I would say the highest support within this local range, which is about 69 cents, that's going to be a 61 risk to reward ratio. So that's going to be a massive trade. So for me, it's worth risking. I also, if we keep going up, I get to lock in the profit we made from up here. If we get a continuation setup, I will absolutely take profit on that short and re-enter. Just because me personally, I honestly, if BTC is going to follow suit, all right, if BTC is going to dump significantly, right, we've talked about this in the past. I'll go a little bit more into this in a little bit, but we talked about this in the past. This local high or resistance to support flip here is pretty damn significant. Let me just I'll just change it to green actually. So resistance, support. If we do actually find support and bottom out here, and we do not break lower, you know, there's a chance that it can happen. But on the off chance that it does, I'm taking a couple hedge trades. But if BTC is going to fall, everything else usually follows suit. It's not always the case. I know the argument is the liquidity is being pushed out of these altcoins into BTC, and that's what's kind of holding BTC up at the moment. That is true, but if BTC continues to fall, alts are going to be right behind it, in my opinion, and what I've seen. So for me, I'm going to hold the trades just in case BTC does actually decide to go decides to actually dump below the previous support. So let's see. The edible fucked my scalp long yesterday. I accidentally raised my short leverage to 90x not long, so I woke up today with 20x scalp long. Did you take profit on it, Joe? You would have been up yesterday if you took that scalp long. I actually took profit on that this morning. We can go over that briefly if you want. Johnny, can you go over the law of diminishing returns when price has moved in one direction over 50%? You take some profit off. Yes, I will go over that, Alif. Yes. So before we do that, I want to go ahead and shout out today's sponsor of the stream, which is actually going to be Fairdesk. So if you guys are interested in checking out a new platform, Fairdesk has all the tools that we need as ABC traders. So if you guys are interested, I would definitely appreciate it. It's not required, but if you guys do sign up, deposit, and trade, it does come back and support me in the channel. So if you guys are looking for a new platform, as well as Trigger Trade will be implemented into Fairdesk soon, I believe. It was supposed to be maybe this week. I haven't touched base with William yet. I will get a better, more clear update for you guys once I figure everything out. But hopefully here soon, we'll be able to take our automatic trades like we once used to. Recently hasn't really been a problem. You know, we've been able to enter our trades, not really get stopped out in our sleep, and then, you know, miss an entry. So it's been pretty good so far. But as well as, if you guys don't know, there's someone out there that is not me by the name of Johnny Crypto who does copy trading. So if you guys are interested in trying that out, I do have to look over. I know someone in my group asked me how to fill out like the parameters. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do when it comes to this. but definitely go ahead if you guys are interested. Definitely go check that out, but not required. And like I said, this person is decent. Fortunately, they lost the 88 trade, but yeah, hopefully we'll keep on going. We'll see what happens here with this, but it's available if you guys are interested. Just look up the name Johnny Crypto, and I'm sure this person will take care of you, or at least do their best to take the best trades possible. Not guaranteed profits for taking the best trades though. So yeah, that out of the way. Just wanted to talk about that briefly. Let's see, but yes, Alif, let's do the 50%. So in most cases, you know what, I probably should have taken profit, because at this point that position was pretty much around the 40 to 50% mark. So I should have, but I didn't. The rule is basically what happens is when you are, this only applies to shorts, okay? When it comes to long positions, the upside is infinite. So this rule does not apply to long positions, only to short positions, all right? So basically what the goal is when you're in a short position, once you get to about 50%, if you look at the R&R and how it changes, let's say I go from 50, okay, let's say I go from, let's say nothing to 10%. All right, it's about a 3.43 risk reward ratio. Let's do 3.3. Now if I go to 10 to 20%, it's also about a 3.3. 20 to 30%, that's also about a 3.3. And what's going to happen is once you get to about around 40 to 50%, it's going to slowly diminish. So eventually what the rule is over time, the larger the drop, the less amount of money you'll make for the actual amount that is continuing to drop. So for every 10%, your R&R is actually going to decrease, because there's only a certain amount of gains you can make during a specific drop. So if you guys took profit on that, absolutely, that fits the criteria. Perfect. Just me, I was more willing to hedge it just in case BTC is going to drop further, but don't beat yourselves up if you guys took profit on that trade, because that was a monster trade. You guys should be proud of yourselves for holding that position. Take profit. It fits the criteria. You would be just fine. And just wait for another position to form. So if we can get another retest down, I'll probably go ahead and take it off the table. Or if I can get a continuation set up, I'll take it off the table. But at the moment, I just felt like hedging it. Just wanted to see what I can do with it. But yeah, that does fit the bill. But pretty much anything after 50%, the amount of risk to reward you get for every 10%, it's just not worth it. So, all right, let's see. Yeah, I closed out, would have been a couple hundred, but ended up being like 40. Can't complain, just mad at myself. Did you close out early, Joe, or you just like were taking profit? Like were you taking partial profit on the way down? Sky Knight, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. I closed my Matic short on the 50% mark. You plan to do the same with the BNB short at 169. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. Do you think ADA is dead? I think temporarily. Supreme Cat, I think temporarily, yes, it does have a good chance to definitely, I wouldn't say go to zero, but definitely take a big hit. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, I took 25% off the 88 trade, took the hedge long. Awesome. But yeah, for the time being, I think ADA definitely is in some trouble because of the whole Robinhood situation, as well as if BTC is going to fall, like we are with like that option is pretty good. It's a pretty good option on the table right now. But if BTC does fail to hold this support and we break through and drop, pretty much straight down to 19K, I don't see why ADA can go down further, or yeah, can't go down any further. So to go ahead and look for lower past our previous low here would not be surprising to me. That's the reason why I'm still holding it. just in case we do not get a continuation setup. But until then, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. If we come back up and let's say BTC does find support, and let's say we do make a push for new highs, I definitely think that taking that hedge long, holding it, and letting it ride, because like I said, worst case scenario, like I said, my entry wasn't the best. I would say it's probably around here somewhere. I did not get stopped out on my smaller account. So for me, this would be a massive trade to the upside. Like I said, even if we target the more recent, the highest resistance off of this local trend, that's a 61 risk to reward ratio, maybe a little bit less. You're on a 57, let's say 58. And so that's massive. That is massive. Johnny, search for the ABC Finder indicator. You guys know how I feel about this. Is this it by Melodic Fish? Who made this? Does anybody know who actually made? I know the person name is Melodic Fish, but anybody know if it's like if they watch like my videos or Heights videos? On the it seems on a larger time frame doesn't really work out. Let's check BTC. Yeah, that trade you would have got stopped down on that short would have played out. Let's see like a 15-minute. How's a 15-minute play? Not really too good. I wonder what the criteria is for the trades here. It's decent, not really too helpful, in my opinion. I don't know if I have to switch settings, but I don't think it would be that helpful. DXY, absolutely, Joe. Takes 10 previous candles. Okay. Did you make this? Okay. So at the moment, looks like we got an ABC for an A, to a B, to an extended C. So something like that is definitely in the cards. We are currently above this ABC within the B. So definitely a good potential continuation setup. No, I didn't. I just found it while searching. Okay, gotcha. So it could be, this could affect BTC. I know the CME is opening, or traditional market should be opening later today. So let's see how the SPY reacts. Let's see if we continue to push the upside, or maybe we are topping out here. AMD's doing decent. US 100 still kind of in that range. I remember, I know Kite talked about it on his stream, but I remember we were just sitting there watching a show, and all of a sudden I just peeked in my chart and I looked at the numbers here and I saw a negative 20 to 30%, and I clicked and I just saw a giant wick, and I was happy as I can be. That was a great time to be in the trade. Let's see, how is its scalp position doing? So according to the scalp method that I am using, your target should be around here. I took profit on it just because I was already sitting in a good amount of, I was sitting in a decent profit. I actually got stopped out the first time because I didn't get a good entry. Your entry would have been here, which actually would have been a good setup. Let's see what your stop loss would have been like. Yeah, if I got the good entry, I would have Even if I took profit here, it would have been a nice 6 risk to reward ratio. But so we had an A, B, C to an A. A, B, C to an A to a B to a C. A, B, C for a B, and then continue higher. You pull a fib extension from the A to the B. A plus B equals C. Technically, your target should be here. I was kind of navigating this smaller time frame area as it was happening. Now, I know this is uber crackhead stuff, so don't sit here and try to follow this. But I was literally, like, as soon as this wick came back down here, I was following the entire trend all the way up. And if you are on top of what is going on in the current wave, if you know where you're at, you actually could do decently well. Like, it's not perfect, but you just hit about just shy of the 1-to-1 extension here. So that would account for an A. All right, and it seems like the ABCs actually do better when you're pulling from the, not from the A to the B, but if you follow the beginning of the C and do it ABC like this, that seems to be doing better than pulling from the A to the B. All right, so this would have been your A to a B to a C. All right, that would have been your A wave. A to a B to a C. It's not the best, but it works. So this actually becomes a larger A wave. If this is going to be your A wave, wait for your A to B to form, or A to the B to form. This was a lot. Like, I was doing this on a 1-minute time frame, watching this while I was streaming with Kite, and just seeing how it responded. If you go to a smaller, more zoomed in perspective, remember guys, this is just for fun. This is just for laughs. You can see A to a B to a C. We actually hit that target. And then within the C wave, you pull from the A to the B. This one didn't quite hit. So A to a B, A, B, C. This actually is part of a larger A wave here. All right, we have a B. So once you get to A to the B, you pull the fib target from there. You can see we overextended, but we did hit it. All right, so my goal was to enter around here, which I believe I entered like around here before I went to bed. Yeah, I entered around here somewhere. I got stopped out of my original position and then entered with a war margin. So once we get our A to a B to a C. All right, so that marks a potential end of a B wave. All right, so if we're gonna pull, so now in this case, you would most likely pull A to B. You actually would have hit that, but it seems like you have to let price develop a little bit further before you can start trying to put the rest of the puzzle together. So this becomes our established B. Let's see, Coyote, how's it going, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? I know what it looks like. I've been messing around with. I know you were in my one little private part of a certain Discord section, and I've been messing around with smaller time frames, see if I can figure out something. I'm just sharing what I was figuring out with you guys. Now, unfortunately, I went to bed around this time, so I did not see what was going on here. But what I could have figured out is that you have an ABC here. All right, that gives you an A. So once you figured out the A, you wait for the B to form. Once you get a nice break of trend, all right, and you get an A to a B situation, then you can pull top to bottom, and look at that. Your ABC actually played out pretty well here. So that's your A. All right. And so, like I said before, it seems like the A to the B of the C wave is the best way to do it. All right, in this case, it didn't play out. So that would have been a bust trade. Maybe if I pull from this A to a B, But see, this is where you get kind of to the part where it gets kind of subjective. I'm trying to find good actual parameters to stick to. So that trade would have been a bust. So we do have an A to a B to a C scenario. This actually might end up being, this looks like this is part of a larger A. It's something that I've been trying as well, as I've been trying to throw actual fib retracements in there to see where it can get to. So this is good to be an A. Let's see where if all right, so usually I try to aim for like anywhere from the 50 to the golden pocket. They extended past the golden pocket, but now what you can do is pull an A to a B here and target the 1-to-1. It's a little bit of a mess, guys. I'm just letting you know now. Like I said, this is why I'm letting you guys know how I'm trying to view this. But ultimately, we're looking at things from not this A to B, but from this A to B. So let's see how it works. Technically, we should be getting up to about 26,240. So let's see if we actually get up there. And usually what I like to do is I like to leave the box areas drawn just to see how it responds. If we can get up to that region. A leaf I like crack. ETH looks good to long. I haven't really took a look at ETH recently. When it comes to smaller time frames, at least. Let me get off of this crackhead time frame. Yeah, it looks like a good long position. When did we actually put? I wonder if did I take that trade? I don't think I did. No, I did not. What are your thoughts on a lot of alts putting in new lows and setting a massive ABC long spot positions? Meanwhile, BTC and ETH have held. So Kite does a really good job at explaining this. Basically, there's a couple things. One, keep in mind that it seems like Robinhood was forced to pretty much sell everything at once, or at least a good chunk of what they had in their holdings at once. That's what caused that flash crash. With the actual ABC long setups, I am taking those just in case that we are bullish. Now, I know the overall bias and sentiment at the moment between myself and Kite and how we trade ABCs is pretty bearish. I'm a little bit more willing to play the other side. That could be a bad thing, could be a good thing, depending on how you look at it. We just do things slightly different. To me, this is a great opportunity to take a possible long position. I mean, if this goes, I've talked about this in the past, or I talked about this before earlier in the stream. Oh, come on, I hate when it does this. But even if you want to target the previous high here off of this trend, that's almost a 60 R&R. That's definitely worth trying. So I'm taking that long position. I did not take profit on the actual ADA short. I probably should have. I just wasn't thinking that at the time. But it did hit the criteria for the 50% drawdown, and pretty much that's when you get to diminishing returns. So if you guys took it off of pretty much the bottom there, that's a perfect time to take profit in my opinion. It wasn't too early. You actually let price. You were able to let price actually play out. So, in my opinion, that is a fantastic trade opportunity, regardless if BTC is going to drop or not. I would rather take that trade and have it fail versus, not take it at all and be too bearish. So, let's see. But yeah, pretty much I would say that's a great opportunity. I don't think alts are completely dead. It's just because of the SEC scenario and all that stuff. Basically forcing market makers to sell. I know Robinhood was a part of that. I'm not sure if other people sold, but interesting. Currently at a dilemma with ETH and a long position, but it seems it won't hold there's a larger short position. Yes, so there is a larger 2030 short position on ETH, and that's something you have to keep in mind. We are below a macro bearish pivot. So as long as we're below that, the probabilities to the downside are a lot more significant. But it doesn't mean that if you do have a good position, take it, because you never know what's going to happen. I think as long as the opportunity is there, it's on a big enough time frame to where you can actually see it on a larger perspective and see the separations and trends and the continuations where the ABC does form on a larger scale. Absolutely take it. That is a good position to take. I did not take this position, but I did take one on BTC. Why don't you tell everyone about the long you recommended me, John? Unfortunately, Monk, we got Monk to go all in on a massive whale position here. It did not work out in his favor. I forgot exactly where it was. I think it was here. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out in your favor. If we got in a little bit lower, Monk, we actually would have played out for you. It's unfortunate. So that's because your name's not John. The Johnny method only works for Johnny. Let's see. I took that ETH long. Yeah, fortunately, I didn't. Yeah, I took ABCs on spot. I have to put down the leverage ABCs for now. Hey, no worries. That's actually not a bad tactic either. I know Kite does that. Kite buys. Basically, he is a short bias, but he's still. Oh, I just realized my VPN's still on. Okay. Kite will, even though he is bearish, he does buy spot on larger ABC bullish setups just in case. But he's not going to be using heavy leverage with that. I tend to be a little bit different. I think alts are still going to be hammered until BTC dominance breaks out of its channel and hits the mid 50s. I definitely think so. I think it really depends on BTC's price. That's the main thing I'm going with. If BTC does continue to fall, I'm telling you, I've said this multiple times. I'm sure you guys heard it. If you haven't heard it from me, you've heard it from Kite. That 25,200 region is a significant area of support. If we fail to push through, if we fail to hold and we push through, there is nothing significant holding us to about 19,000, 19.5, easy 19.5. So if BTC is going to fall from where we're at right now, around 25%, I don't see why alts can't drop even further. So, let's see. Yeah, I want to pile into more longs, or the fact BTC hasn't followed makes me unsure. It's unfortunate. We're at a time of basically indecision right now. I do agree, Coyote, but you just have to let it play out and see what happens. You know, we understand where the support is. We just have to kind of let price allow, or at least show it what it wants to do. My family's gonna starve, Johnny. All my Doge gone. You know what, Monk? Maybe it was better off. You're probably gonna lose that anyway. If BTC's going down, Doge definitely is gonna go down. Also, Toto 3 looks like it'll dump more. Probably, most likely. It wouldn't surprise me. Grant, smaller time ABC on 88 if you're looking to exit that position and re-enter short. Let's see. I don't want to go too small of a time frame. Yeah, if we get one more high, I'll probably take it off the table. Maybe. Pepe. How did Pepe do? 30% just like everything else. Yeah, it looks like we were above the bullish macro entry. But if you like macro ABCs, take a look at Flux. Definitely will. Definitely will. Yeah. Besides that drop, I mean, if you call it that ABC short setup on a smaller time frame, that would have been a good trade. I'm still in that Pepe short from like 3 weeks ago. Oh, that's awesome, Joe. Hell yeah. The same rule applies, Joe. Once you get to about like past 50%, it just doesn't make sense to keep holding it. I don't know where you took it, but you're at that 50%-ish mark. Depending on where you took it. Let's look at Flux. Coyote recommended Flux. Where is it? How's your job going, Coyote? I know you haven't been around recently because of the new job. How's that going for you? Where is it? I thought I had it on this list. Oh, it's on this list. Okay. Oh, you are right. Did it put in a lower low? Did not put in a lower low. But I see you're probably talking about this one. That's a good one as well. No, let's see. Suvi guy, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Horse Farm. Shout out to the Crazy Kids Trading Group. And what's the other one I'm in? Oh, it's just Suvi guy server. I know I haven't been there in a while. Unfortunately, I've had some stuff going on. I've also been working on some stuff behind the scenes. I haven't really looked into those charts recently, so I'm just kind of. I will definitely go back to it. All good. Just have fun, brother. Don't worry, I'll be back there soon, hopefully. Let's see. It's good. Thanks, bro. Just been keeping the grindstone, trading where I can. It did on KuCoin. Oh, it did on KuCoin. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's a pretty nice ABC. Sorry, this light on the side of me is very, very bright. It's still too bright. Let me change the hue. There you go, it's better. We got 18 of you guys in here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, stopping by. Oh, you can see my my degeneracy playing out. Remember, the target for this, because technically this is the start of a new trend. If you want to be a crackhead, not recommended. But your target is going to be somewhere around here. We won't begin there on this stream. Unfortunately, I took profit somewhere around here just to get out of it. I don't want to manage it while I was like out doing my thing for today. We have 40. Oh, we're at 45 minutes already. Jeez. Yeah, if you guys were, shout out to those who were in Kite's stream. If you guys are watching me today, if you're coming from Kite's channel, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. You know, Kite and I have been friends for a couple years now. He's the reason why I got into trading, and we kind of talked on and off for a little bit. Like, you know, we kind of connected through our love of trading, and yeah, we were on for like 3 hours last night. Great time. Let's see, let me pull us up our, there I am. Which way? This way? Unfortunately, I gotta get my audio to camera sync situation going, or at least situated. So shout out to you guys. If you guys are here from Kite Stream. If you've heard of me before. When did I go to sleep? So I went to bed around here. Forgot what I was doing. That was dope last night. Yeah, I had a good time. It was fun. Definitely, if you guys want to see me on Kite's stream more often, let him know. Go on strike. Tell him that you won't watch him until I'm on. Look at that. You can't. I'm telling you, it's for some reason, this hits. I don't know why. It's not the cleanest, but it hits pretty damn good sometimes. You look for your first A to a B extension to a C. It's weird, man. It seems like what you have to do. All right, let me show you guys what I think is the best way to approach this. All right, so you do have your A to a B to a C. That's what this is here. Your target is this box. The wick got up to here. So what you do is within that, you actually go from the bottom of the B to the top of the C and pull back to the first retracement. I could be wrong on this, but like I said, I'm still experimenting. And pretty much wherever that lands, you go back, pull from the previous trend, from the bottom of the previous trend before you get to your target, and then pull down to the next extension. And it seems like you get it pretty damn close every time. I don't know. It's something I still have to look into. I'm just glad Kite didn't close the scalp at 3-1. He would have missed so much profit. Yeah, I think I was targeting this for a while. Let's see if it gets hit. But yeah, it definitely, I wouldn't have took it at just a 3-1. Let's see. All right, so between what in trades what I have locked up at the moment and free margin, I have we're almost at $2,000, guys. We're almost at $2,000 because I have $800 sitting in another wallet. I have another. Let's see, let me pull up my Bybit. So on Bybit, I have just about. Why is it not? Why? Hold on, for some reason it's just not loading. All right, so on Bybit, I have about 540, and then on Fairdesk, I have about 610. That's including unrealized. So obviously, I know with the unrealized, it's not true, but until I lock everything in profit, that's going to be what we're working. Well, that's when I'll be walking away with if I took everything off the table now. So guys, we almost did it. We almost 2x'd an account again. This one took a lot longer than anticipated. But yeah. Well, also I took $50 from. Technically, it should be more. It should be around 2K because I have $50 sitting in L Bank right now. I'll show you guys the L Bank if I can find it. In L Bank, I have about 55. So this is all from my challenge account. Don't ping me. All right. All right, guys, let's play some Wordle. God damn, I always do this. I type Wordle.com and it's not. It's the New York Times. All right, you guys know the drill. I will put Wordle up and leave the smaller time frame up and running. Let's see if we hit this target. Wow, we got a lot of letters in at one time. Now show us your real trading account? Absolutely not. Sorry, Joe. I'll never show my full stack. Just snagged an Instacart. I'm going to take off. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate you. I will catch you on Tuesday. What's a good one for... I know it's not it. I want to see if I can get... Oh, okay. So it's UA... Would that be a good one? No. Oh, guard? Yeah, I was gonna say guard. That's a good one, Heather. There you go. 3 tries. Good job. Good job. I figured it out without reading it. All right. But thank you. Thank you for your contribution. All right, folks. I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let you guys know what's going on. It's still the Bulls or the Bears game. There's really no significant. I really have, even though things technically should be bearish, if not more sideways until the halvening, I am not writing off the possibility of a pump. Do I think it's going to happen though? I am less inclined to think so, but just because I'm less inclined to think something doesn't mean that it can't happen. So I'll leave you guys on that note. We have the setups. All right, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. You know, I know altcoins took a major dive. If BTC does decide to follow suit behind it, don't be surprised if we see further downside for alts. So, but yeah, that's pretty much going to conclude it, guys. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to everyone. Let's pull up the screen. I can never figure out what that is. It's just bad, like something going on with my green screen. But let's go ahead and pull up chat. Heather, Joe, Subi Guy, Coyote, Grant, Calvin, Alif, Monk, if you're still here. Supreme Cat, Umit. I think I said Alif already. If not, Supreme Cat, Sky Knight, Arman, Tej, Clap Show, Perthish. If you guys are still here, or whoever's still here, thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate you. I will be back on Tuesday. I'm always here, boy. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be here on Tuesday around. It's gonna be earlier than this. Unfortunately, I got up late, had to do some stuff before I started streaming. But it's gonna be around 1 p.m. EST on Tuesday. Hopefully, we'll get some new development in price action. We'll see what happens. But until then, be good, be safe. Let's do the thing. Make sure we're all centered here. Bracing myself for staring. Clap Show. Thank you as well. Bye-bye.